Today we will discuss about Walsh diagram. Actually, what is Walsh diagram? Walsh diagram predicts the geometry of a molecule from its molecular orbital energy. Simply, Walsh discussed the effects of geometry of a molecule on the energy of MO. He showed that geometry of a molecule in its ground state primarily depends on its valence electron, and also predicted the actual geometries of the simple triatomic molecules by plotting a graph between the calculated molecular orbital energies of reference geometry that should be generally of high symmetry and those of distorted geometry of a molecule versus the corresponding bond angle. The position of minimum energy of field MOS in the graph indicates the most stable geometry. Field MOS in the sense generally it is HOMO. Walsh rule states that a molecule will adopt a structure that provides the most stability for its HOMO. But sometimes HOMO is perturbed or sometimes HOMO may not be perturbed. If HOMO is unperturbed for a particular geometry, then the closest occupied MOs govern the preferred molecular geometry or orientation of the species. If HOMO is perturbed, in that case HOMO will be the deciding factor. Although the total energy of a molecule is different from the energies of molecular orbitals, use of HOMO energies to predict the geometry of a molecule is a reasonable choice. Walsh method is able to differentiate between a bent and linear triatomic molecule. That means from the corresponding MO energy, we can differentiate whether the geometry would be a bent one or a linear molecule. In generally, the triatomic molecule of the type AB2 has C2B symmetry when it is bent, such as water, whereas like carbon dioxide is D infinity H symmetry. To go elaborately to the Walsh diagram, before that we need to know the MO energy diagram for different molecular orbitals for linear and bent geometry. In linear case, you see we have 4 bonding molecular orbitals, psi1, psi2, psi3 and psi4, and 1 is non-bonding. Similarly, for bent molecule we have 5 bonding MO and 1 pair Y, that means this is non-bonding. Rest are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 are bonding and this is somewhat non-bonding. That means if a molecule, if a triatomic molecule is linear, it will have 4 bonding MOs followed by 1 non-bonding MO, whereas for bent molecule it will have 5 bonding MOs and 1 non-bonding molecular orbitals. Now application of Walsh diagram. Application of Walsh diagram is there basically in this his book and Atkins book, but I think Atkins book will be more suitable for you to have an understanding about the topic. His book is a bit confusing, I suppose. So I have followed this Atkins book. You can go to the Atkins book. You can get these things. The AH2 diagram has been constructed. AH2 means a triatomic molecule has 2 atoms of hydrogen and next to the center atom. It may be X, in some books it may be A also. Has been constructed by considering how the composition and energy of the molecular orbital changes as a function of bond angle. That means if I consider a linear molecule, the bond angle will be near about 180. If I consider a bent molecule, the molecule will be near about 90 degree. So that means from 90 to 180, how we vary the bond angle with respect to the particular geometry or molecular orbital changes. We can have bonding MOs, non-bonding MOs and anti-bonding MOs. Generally, in case of bent geometry, bonding, non-bonding and anti-bonding MOs are emphasized. The MOs are constructed from 2s orbital, 2pz, 2py and 2px atomic orbitals. X may be A also. And the other 2 1s hydrogen atomic orbitals are from 2 hydrogen. That means from the A, we will have these orbitals, A or X, whatever you say, 2s, 2pz, 2py, 2px. And from hydrogen atom, we will have 2 1s orbitals. It is preferable to consider the possible combination of hydrogen 1s orbitals before forming the molecular orbitals with X. And the linear combination of hydrogen 1s orbital, say psi plus, phi plus and phi minus are given here. If it is angular geometry, this is the preferable 5 plus and 5 minus. This is a linear geometry, this is 5 plus, this is 5 minus. In a bent molecule, the MOs, we have 3 MOs, 3 A1 type of MO, 2 B2 type of MO, and 1 B1 orbitals. Similarly, for linear molecule, we have 2 sigma Z type of orbital, this 2 sigma U type of orbital, 1 sigma US and 1 sigma UI. UX and UI are generally degenerate. These combinations are given here. This psi A1 is the combination. Similarly, for a linear molecule, we have these kinds of combinations. Now, generally, you can use this diagram or this diagram during your exam. But for understanding, we should know this and this also. But generally, if you write this, this will also do. You see, the lowest energy MO in 90 degree, that means in band configuration, is labeled as 1A1, which is built from the overlap of a 2pz orbital with psi plus combination of hydrogen 1s orbital. This is. Whenever you will study, you compare this diagram as well as this diagram simultaneously to have some understanding. As the bond angle increases to 180, that means from band to linear, the energy of these orbitals decreases. You see, decreasing. And G and U are here because of, in case of linear geometry, there is center of symmetry of AS2 category. In case of band, there is no center of symmetry. So G and U is because of that, nothing else. The energy of the orbital decreases to 1 sigma U. This is because the hydrogen-hydrogen overlap decreases, and in part, in it the energy of this orbital decreases in part because the HS overlap decreases, and in part because the reduced involvement of 2pz orbital, which decreases the overlap of psi plus, high plus. The energy of 1b2 orbital is lowered to 1 sigma U because the hydrogen 1s orbital move into a better position for more overlap or effective overlap with the 2pz orbitals. The weakly anti-bonding HS contribution is also decreased. Herein, the anti-bonding HS contribution that will come from the MO diagram will not be that much operative. The doubly degenerate 1 pi U orbital, 1 pi U doubly degenerate, resulting from the 2px and 2pi orbitals on a perpendicular to the molecular axis with overlap with the symmetric combination of the 1s orbital. 1s orbital symmetric combination, it will combine. The resulting 2A1 of band configuration will be significantly lower in energy. You see, there is no significant decrease in the energy. That means it will have some bonding character far below 1 pi U orbitals. The decrease in energy from 1 pi U to twice A1 is actually steeper than the rise in the energy of 1b2 and 1a1. That b2 of 1a because of the greater overlap twice a1. The 1b1 orbital is non-bonding in a 2p orbital perpendicular to the molecular plane in the 90 degree molecule and remains non-bonding in the linear molecule also. Hence, it will have not much contribution on the MOs. The two lowest energy curves have minimum on the 180 degree line. You see, 180 degree line. Therefore, AH2 molecules having 4 valence electrons, 2 will go here, 2 will go here, will prefer linear geometry. AH2 molecule with more than 4 valence electron are expected to be angular because if I put suppose 6 electron, 2, 2, 2, herein 2, 2, 2, so this will have the lower energy, so this configuration will be preferred and consequently they will be bent in shape. If the molecule is close to linear, the order of filling the MOs will be in the order of increasing energy 1A1, 2A1, 1B2 and 1B1. There are 4 valence electrons in BH2, 2 from beryllium and 2 from hydrogen, which will occupy the lowest 2 molecular orbitals. if the lowest energy is SC with the molecule angular, if I consider the angular geometry, 4 electron, 2 here, 2 here, then it will be angular. The HOMO decreases in the energy on going from right to right on the diagram, and lowest energy is obtained when the molecule is linear. That means 2 2. That means that is why BeH2 will be linear in shape. In case of CH2, there are 6 valence electrons. Now you see, if I put 6 valence electrons here, 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here, the HOMO will be this. In this case, if I put in this way, then 2, 2, 2, HOMO will be this. This is energetically not favorable. So the preferred HOMO orientation will be this, and hence CH2 molecule will be bent in shape instead of linear geometry. In generally, any H2 molecule with 5 to 8 electrons are predicted to be angular. You see, if I consider 8 electrons, 2, 2, 2, 2, here 2, 2, 2, 2. Although the HOMO level is almost similar, but overall lowering in energy in this side is more than this. That means this orientation will be more preferred. In case of a water molecule, like as we see 8 electrons, the resulting configuration is this. The twice A1 orbital is occupied, so we expect non-linear molecule to have lower energy. As a consequently, we know that water molecule is bent in shape. Walsh diagram is accurate only for molecules in which there is large separation between NS and NP orbital. If NS and NP orbital energy of center atom is almost not much gap is there, then what will happen? Walsh diagram will not be able to predict the geometry suitably. This is the question: is any H2 molecule where A is equal to atom of period 3 expected to be linear? If so, give an example and try to justify your answer. You go through different books. I try to explain this in a simplest possible way. And in exam, basically either BH2 or if CH2 or water, that can be asked. You just put the electrons in this way so that you can get the energy. And remember this: if this size is written linear, if you beryllium had that, then G has to be mentioned. G and U for linear molecule has to be mentioned, and for bent molecule, no G and no U are required. If you prefer, you write the electronic configuration in terms of A and B. Here in terms of sigma G, sigma and sigma I in terms of this. So hopefully there will not be that much doubt. I tried to explain it in a simple manner and show different examples, and these are the most common examples that are likely to be important for exam.